My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube station. My YouTubes are no more than 5 minutes because after doing this for 50 years, I can tell you whatever you need in 5 minutes. I've worked about 10,000 cases. I worked for IRS a decade. I've been in private practice for 4 decades representing taxpayers. And I do this YouTube channel for 3 reasons. So A, you don't get ripped off. There is a lot of suspicious characters on YouTube selling you offer and compromise packages and things like that. I taught the offer and compromise at IRS. And I'm here to educate you and inform you from an IRS standpoint exactly what's going on with your case. I have been doing this so long, as soon as I see your case, I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to go down with it. I was a revenue officer. Not only did I teach the program, I accepted and denied offers and compromise. I'm one of the foremost nation's authority in the offer and compromise. So if you do have an offer and compromise, you're thinking of sending it in and you need to have it reviewed or you need representation, call me. Today, I want to talk to you about the Form 31711 form. And that form is going to be sent to you if your offer and compromise is rejected. So let me just tell you what the process is. So you send your offer and compromise into somebody like me or today someone that's out there. They review your offer and compromise. They look at everything that's on there. They do all the checks that they need to do to make sure it's valid, to make sure your numbers are right, to make sure there's no lying on that form. And then they go ahead and make a decision to accept the offer or deny the offer. And the things that they're looking at really are 2 things. They're looking at the value of your assets and they're looking at the value of your money. And when they look at the value of your money, they're looking at what your current income is and your expenses, what your expenses are. So what the agent is going to do is when they're looking at the assets, they're going to do the check to make sure you put down the fair market value of your assets. They will do a Zillow or a Realtor.com to find out if your house is right, and they'll look at what the assets you put, and they'll do their own due diligence to make sure that those assets are the correct value. A lot of times they may make adjustments to your home because with your residents, they do have their charts and their standards there, and they have the search engines to make sure that your home is properly valued. One of the things you can do to kind of lower that is, first of all, IRS is going to discount it 20%. But if you need like a roof or something is going wrong with your house, you can put that on your offer and a general contractor statement that it's not really the true market value, Realtor.com or Zillow, because in fact it needs other work. You got to attach that to the offer. Where IRS really goes ahead and denies a lot of offers is people do not know the IRS National Standard. You're going to fill out that form, you're going to put your income, and you're going to put your expenses. IRS must stick to the strict standard of what they allow you for your expenses. IRS has what's called national standards for 4 categories: for food and clothing, for housing and utilities, for car payment, and to drive your car around. Things like college tuition and other things are not going to be allowed. So if you want to find out what those standards are, you can go in your toolbar and say IRS National Standards for food and clothing, IRS National Standards for housing and utilities. It will go to a page, a state page. You populate the state and then you look at your county. It'll tell you what they're going to allow. You will find a national standard for ownership cost and driving your car around. They must stick to those standards because they level the playing field. And then usually when you look at your financial statement, they usually allow, of course, your taxes, your health insurance, your court-ordered payments and such like that. IRS will not allow you anything that's not on that form. They don't allow credit cards. They don't allow all this other stuff that you may have. If it's not on that 433 AOIC, IRS is not going to go ahead and allow it. The key is you must have somebody review your current IRS form, your financial statement, to make sure you should file that offer in compromise. Don't believe all the marketing crap and all this and that about we can get your offer in, we can do this. There is a very specific formula to do this. Very specific. Don't waste your money giving your money to any firm at all unless you've sent them your 433A OIC and they said, yes, we can get an offer and here's the dollar amount. We do that at our firm. So if you're not speaking to an attorney, a former IRS agent, enrolled agent, or CPA on the phone, hang up the phone and call somebody that knows what the hell they're doing like us. If this information was helpful, please give me a subscription. YouTube loves subscriptions. It kind of moves me up a little, so that would be helpful. Leave me a comment. You want me to do a YouTube or something? Leave it on my comment section. Always appreciate likes. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.